Hey guys, my name is Fritz. Welcome back to another tubing tutorial. Today we are going to be going over the settings for all my tube videos. And I've gotten a few comments about that, people just being confused on, I don't know, settings, I don't know how to do this with tube. Well, in this video you're going to learn everything that you need to know about the settings. So, let's start off by going into our MakerPen palette right here. Going up to the top right, it'll say define how your MakerPen and objects work. Click on it, and then this is where it all begins. So, on first page, you're gonna see do not rotate while moving. This will allow you to not rotate like while you're moving around the object and not allowing it to do flips and stuff. And then this one doesn't really matter because that's just flying. Create grabbable objects on default. So each object will have a defined definition of what should be default and what should be grabbable. So if you spawn in like a piece of tube, it won't be grabbable, but if you spawn in a gun, it will be grabbable. Now position snap is a snap basis on the grid aspect of your MakerPen, where you can actually see right here on snapping, grid and off grid and surface. Surface allows you to go onto the ground. Grid allows you to stay on the grid axis, which will be automatically in place into your world, and then off will just allow it to do freeform turning and movements. So I usually keep mine on 1. Rotation snap allows the amount of ticks it will take while rotating. Uniform shapes allows it to keep straight lines and aspects of just fully pressed. Snap to center. Pretty simple, snaps right to center. Align edges, aligns right up to the edge. Show grid is showing the grid of, the snap and the, center. Now on the second page, we have over here, tube size. Tube size allows you to manipulate your tube size and the ribbon sizes to whatever you want. Tube analog mode allows you to use it whenever you're on VR, and that means basically you're allowed to misshape it and make it so it's smaller and bigger, almost like manipulating the tube size at your finger. Connect nearby tubes allows you to definitely just go up to a tube and connect it just by putting your tube right up beside it. Smooth tubes is a pretty self-explanatory. It makes your tube smooth. Tube height ratio is the ratio of height and basically the width of the tube. So it'll allow it to go from a direct sphere or circle into a flat piece of tube. Now, tube facets over here is a big one. This can play a big part for anything. Tube facets allows the shape of your tube. So, if you want to basically make this easy, 10 facet has 10 sides, 6 has 6 sides, 5 has 5 sides, 4 has 4 sides, 3 has 3 sides, and that's it. It just counts the amount of sides and edges it has. So, for 5 facet, you'd have 5 points on it. There you go. Fade world in edit mode is basically allowing you to take out the gray stuff when you're editing an object, and it'll basically allow you to only edit that one object once you're in the edit, and everything around you will become gray. Drag select size will allow you to drag select the size of a selection sphere, as you can see that. Show pivot shows all the pivot points and stuff like that. And that's all it does for second page. Now let's go to third page. The rotate around pivot is a pivot rotation kind of mechanism where it'll rotate around a certain point. Show gadgets when not holding MakerPen is a thing where you could basically go into a world, have that selected, and see all the gadgets around you. Show selection bounds is just show position, snap on grid and stuff like that. It'll show any type of grid and stuff like that. Scale creation with self scale means it'll scale it with you. Scale grid with self scale, again, it'll just scale with yourself. Thank you all for watching. It really does mean a lot. I hope you all have an amazing day and a happy Halloween. This is Fritz. Peace.